Good morning, good evening, whenever you're watching this, and welcome back to Taryn Plays Persona 5 Royal. So, in the last episode, we had our trip to Hawaii, where everyone over there knows about the Phantom Thieves, just as they do in Japan. And while we were there, we ran into Kasumi on the day we left. So she was overseas there. What a coincidence. Anyway, we just got back. Oh, and we got photos!
I'm posting a photo I took in Hawaii.
Oh, the hibiscus. Truly a flower of singular beauty. The vivid color complements the water, too. Right? Too bad Ryuji had to ruin the shot. Dude, get real. That guy can't wear a flower in his hair. It's weird. I don't know. The guy next to you wears it like a champ. Oh, one more to share. The heck is that? It's intense. Not my style, though. If you're going to be that rude about it, I'm not lending it to you. Wait, you actually bought that thing? Yes, for sketching purposes. You're kidding. Did you seriously have the cash for that? Well, I showed them how much money I had. They should lower the price. It's truly a land of generosity. Wow, that's like a max-level haggling maneuver. For real, man. I wish I'd gotten a price cut. It was nothing of the sort. I simply expressed my passion to them. Language barriers are surprisingly easy to break through, as long as you can convey your feelings. Somehow I feel like they gave him that out of pity. Anyway, let's feed the plant.
Hey!
Our last mega fertilizer.
Oh! Yes!
So, Morgana.
Let's talk some other time. You should go to sleep for tonight, though. You look exhausted.
But I want to tell you all about my trip. Well, guess we're going to bed.
Actually, there's something I want to talk to you about. Never mind. You should probably get some rest. Don't worry, it's nothing important.
Well, it's important to me. But, oh well.
Hey, sis.
You just got back from your trip and you're already studying? How diligent.
I have souvenirs for you.
The principal of Shujin Academy has passed away.
Huh?
He suddenly stopped while crossing the road and was struck by a large vehicle. Death by external trauma. They say suicide seems to be a strong possibility.
Principal Kobayakawa committed suicide?
But would someone about to kill themselves try to go to the police station? He even used a taxi to get there.
Do you mean this might be another incident?
Even if he had a sudden shift in his state of mind, it's still unnatural. I can only suspect that he had a change of heart.
Are you saying he was targeted by the Phantom Thieves? But that's impossible!
How are you so certain?
In prior cases, the changes of heart seem to be done to make people confess their crimes. It's hard to explain, but this incident seems contradictory to their usual modus operandi.
Did Principal Kobayakawa seem any different to you lately?
I don't really know. He rarely contacted the students, after all.
I see. Could something have happened during the school trip? Oh, you're studying. I'm sorry to bother you. Makoto? Never mind, it's nothing. Just don't get dragged into trouble, okay?
This is bad. I'd better tell the others.
It's our first time at school in a while. I'm so sleepy. You over your jet lag? More or less. For real? That was quick. Oh yeah, never mind that. Did you know about this? The Phantom Thieves are popular now. I was surprised when we got back to Japan. People are actually paying attention to who we're gonna target next. Ain't that amazing? I'm getting really psyched. This is where we work hard. Let's do something big again and surprise the world.
Good morning.
Sakamoto-senpai, correct? Oh, morning. Back today too, huh? Yes, it's good to see you both. May I join you two on the way to school? I want to talk a bit more about the trip. And I want to hear all your stories from Hawaii. You got it. Should I start with all the heroic stuff me and this dude did for the people of Hawaii?
Yes!
That sounds great. Huh? What about class? There's another urgent assembly. Is it true he died? He was really taking some heat. What's happening to this school? Are we cursed?
This has to be about you-know-what, right? With the principal.
We will now begin the emergency morning assembly. As many of you may already know, Principal Kobayakawa passed away yesterday.
I wonder if that suicide rumor's for real. It happened in front of the police station, didn't it? I think I was passing through there at the time.
The principal had been working hard to restore peace ever since the incident with Mr. Kamoshida. He only wished for everyone to be able to lead a normal school life. And because of that love...
Love? Bullshit, he was covering something up. Everyone's been talking about it.
Maybe it wasn't suicide. Do you think the Phantom Thieves took him down?
The Phantom Thieves? Do they kill people?
I mean, Kamoshida did say he was gonna kill himself to make up for everything he did.
That would be amazing. Either way, it serves that principal right.
Hell no! We didn't do jack shit!
Are people gonna blame us for this, too?
I would like to see everyone live up to our late principal's wishes as proud Shujin students, and...
I had noticed traces of tampering. Does that mean you truly took the data from my laptop? No matter how I think about it, that would have been impossible unless Makoto was helping you. But she would never do something so foolish. And is it true that you were completely uninvolved with the Kobayakawa case?
It's true.
What does this mean? But I suppose targeting someone at Shujin again and actually taking their life would be nonsensical.
That's right.
I have no reason to believe everything you've said. However, it seems you aren't the type of person who would lie just to protect themselves. I will acknowledge what I must. It's more efficient that way.
I feel like my bond with Sai is growing deeper. Judgment rank 4.
Alright.
In any case, let's move on to the topic at hand. If you saw my investigation data, you would have had the same suspicions I did about Okumura. And if you looked into his palace, you should have seen the answer to those suspicions. Tell me, what did the Phantom Thieves do to Okumura? What did you learn from him? Why did it turn out as it did? I need you to tell me everything.
Before we talk about the data we got from Sis, we need to discuss the incident with the principal.
People are already talking about it online.
Nobody's saying it's because of the Phantom Thieves. So far.
People think he did it because that tabloid exposed how he was covering up Kamoshida's abuses.
Could it be that we're responsible for Principal Kobayakawa's suicide?
What do you mean?
If we hadn't changed Kamoshida's heart, maybe this never would have happened.
But then Kamoshida would have kept doing what he did if we didn't go and take him down.
There's a lot of opinions online. It's only natural that he died. Covering up crimes is wrong.
The comments I've seen are similar as well. Only the Phantom Thieves are on our side. I wish the Phantom Thieves would take down the police and the politicians of this country.
It's not just the news. There's even Phantom Thieves merchandise now. I never expected we'd end up such a big deal.
It seems like the public would rather believe in us than in the adults. People are trying to get the Phantom Thieves to solve societal problems, not just personal ones.
This is kinda scary.
Are we really doing the right thing?
I mean, the principal was covering stuff up, right? I guess he got what was coming to him.
Whoa, guys, let's get back on topic. Weren't we going to discuss the data we obtained from Nijima?
You tell them, Inari.
Why me? First, Prosecutor Nijima has been looking into the continued cases of people suddenly collapsing. It seems she is searching for a common thread to tie them all together. Some parts seem to be speculation, but she has cited a beneficiary of the majority of these incidents. The corporation Okumura Foods, more prominently its CEO, Kunikazu Okumura.
Okumura? I feel like I've heard that name somewhere.
From Big Bang Burger.
Big Bang Burger? For real?
You know, they only got famous sometime in the past few years. They even had a branch in Hawaii.
It says here they benefited both from scandals and the resignations of their competitors' executives.
That would seem to be the case.
This is too suspicious, though. Only one CEO is profiting from these seemingly accidental incidents. I think it's natural to suspect he's intentionally causing them.
I get that, but still.
We have even more evidence than that. Tell them, Futaba.
They already tried putting Okumura's name in the nav. He has a palace for sure.
That settles it then! He's totally our next target!
That's right. Okumura is at the top of the rankings after all.
Hold on. That doesn't necessarily mean he's evil. If we jump into this too carelessly. Beyond that, this Phantom Thieves fad is unsettling.
Yeah, the excitement levels don't feel normal. We might want to let things calm down a bit first.
You too, On? You're just gonna go against what people want?
Huh? No, but...
For real?
Looks like we're not gonna agree today, then.
Sheesh, some team you are. What's with all the hesitation? I can't stand this. Even you, Ryuji. You just back down the second someone disagrees with you.
What?
I guess all you've been talking about is using the Phantom Thieves' name to pick up girls anyway. Being hyped up because of the popularity is fine, but getting conceited over it is unacceptable.
Hey! Aren't you acting for your own benefit here too?
My appearance might have changed, but I'm still an admirable human. At the very least, I'm more admirable than some carnal blonde monkey.
You little...
Fine. I can take on some small-time target like Okumura on my own. Sorry, but it looks like I'll be getting the credit for solving the mental shutdown mystery.
Well, she was more useful than you, as a matter of fact.
Hey, that's inexcusable! I'm going to show you who the useless one actually is.
All right then, bring it on!
Ryuji, stop!
Looks like I don't belong here after all. Well, this is goodbye.
What's gotten into you?
Morgana, wait!
See you.
I bet he's back in no time. Damn it!
I'm human. I have to be. Alright. I've managed by myself before, and I can do it again now. I just need to take down Okumura before those guys do. Huh? That kitty.
I can't believe this. The public believes in the justice of the Phantom Thieves. They have no interest in that principle.
I'm experiencing equal levels of frustration. My comments on TV turned everyone against me. Then again, I won't allow mere criticism to break my spirit so easily.
We won't keep letting ourselves be defeated either. My suspicion after the hackers case last month is now conviction thanks to the principal's death. The mental shutdown cases and the psychotic breakdowns are surely the Phantom Thieves' doing.
I remember the data you showed me about Okumura foods. Is that the basis for these beliefs?
There have been frequent occurrences of mental shutdowns surrounding Okumura recently. If only there was a clear connection between him and the Phantom Thieves. Well, it would be problematic if there wasn't one.
So, you're jumping the gun here. You really told a man you would terminate his parental authority based purely on your speculation? I'm surprised you would say such a thing to the owner of a cafe you frequent.
It's all for the sake of the case.
You may have the backing of the SIU's director, but you've been far too aggressive, Sai-san. You're trespassing into police territory. Don't say nobody warned you if this becomes an issue later.
My superiors told me the same thing.
We first need to know what methods the Phantom Thieves are using. The police can't make a move unless that becomes apparent, after all.
This opponent can't be caught by following the rules. What need is there to stick to formalities?
So, you wish to ignore protocol in order to reform society. I hope you realize that's no different than what the Phantom Thieves are doing. It's a shame, especially since we both want to capture the culprit behind the psychotic breakdowns.
I really messed up.
Shall we dispose of it?
Leave it be. We do not have time to waste on a solitary feline.
Is this really impossible alone? How horrible! What? I can't see. Who's there? Hester. Ugh. Hey, have you seen Morgana?
No, he hasn't come back.
I see. I just kinda expected he'd come home when he got hungry. Oh, maybe he went to someone else's place. Let's ask.
Morgana's still not back. Huh? He hasn't come home yet? The food's still in his bowl. Do you think he really just took off like that? He's a cat, so it's possible he got into an accident. Does he really seem to be the type who would go off and die on us like that, though? Just been one day. Y'all are worrying too much. He's probably just off doing his own stuff. I mean, he used to live alone, remember? Just don't worry about it. I'm sure he'll come back if something happens.
Aren't they all being way too cold about this? Oh well. Have a good day.
There's no one like the Phantom Thieves.
I don't buy that our principal's death was an accident. I think the Phantom Thieves killed him. You think the Phantom Thieves murdered him? Why? Think about Kamoshida's victims. The principal's just as guilty for keeping quiet about it all. People who take advantage of others for their own personal gain need to disappear. In fact, we need a scumbag cleansing to purify the world.
That's disappointing.
Yesterday, my wife threw out one of my books without asking me. The Okumura Way, and it was even signed. With his logical management skills, he revived his company that was on the verge of bankruptcy. He then started Big Bang Burger, a bold and creative venture. Okumura's words are a philosophy on life itself. How could she sell that to a second-hand shop? But in times like these, getting one's mind to switch gears is key. Wouldn't you agree, Amamiya-kun? A second-hand shop is mostly meant for sale of goods and supporting charitable causes, but...
Do you know the answer?
what does a pawn shop offer that a second-hand shop doesn't? Money loans for collateral.
This is it. Very good.
Thrift stores are comparatively less focused on money management. But larger businesses could donate unused stock to them and use them as a tax write-off that way. It takes incredible business acumen to figure out how to be both profitable and charitable at once. I feel like I got a little smarter from being able to answer that question. I just remembered. There are rumors that President Okumura may be getting into politics. It is true that the current administration is incompetent in a number of ways. I would love to have a charismatic man like him leading the country. Hey, come straight home once school's over, okay? Okay. Yeah, let's wait together in case Morgana comes home. I wonder what's up with Morgana, though. He should just hurry up and come back.
Intruder, after them. Where did they go? We must find them.
Another one has been located. Be on guard. There are 2 of them. Divide and pursue.
Intruders discovered. Commencing pursuit protocol.
Mona's still not home.
I'm sure he'll come back when he gets hungry.
On to our next story. Late last night, multiple glass windows were found shattered at the Okumura Foods corporate headquarters.
Hey, this is that Okumura.
Other damages have also been reported, including the destruction of a statue depicting Mr. Okumura.
Wonder if someone's got a grudge against that guy.
However, there were no signs of a break-in. Identifying the culprit is expected to be difficult.
You think Mona charged in there by himself? I'm worried. Yeah. Either way, let's go to Okumura's palace tomorrow. I'll contact everyone. Morgana went into Okumura's palace? Is that true, Futaba? He did say he'd go alone. Does that mean he's in danger? The chances of that are highly likely. Yeah, we should all go in after him. The palace is most likely at their corporate headquarters. I'll look into it a little more.
Alright, let's do it. We gotta look into those mental shutdown things, too.
I'd prefer a little more caution, but this is an emergency. Then we'll go tomorrow. Don't forget, everyone.
Without a sign, without grasping it. The real question to be.
There's scratch marks made from claws on the table's legs. I'm worried about Morgana.
Hiding both face and mind. All free for
The
you
room
to
is
try.
really quiet. I'm worried about Morgana.
What else should it be? Please don't take off my
A
mind.
cat left paw prints in the dust. I'm worried about Morgana. The rain is unusually loud. Oh my god, Ren's worried. We're worried. Well, let's get to bed. Hopefully he's okay. Okumura Foods? Like that guy on the rankings? Apparently, the windows at their office got busted. Whoa, what happened? That's scary. Was it the Phantom Thieves? No way. I wouldn't put it past them.
I can't stop watching news about the Phantom Thieves.
Hilarious.
Man, this place sucks. My boss is just the worst.
Impossible.
All he does is dump overtime on me while he dashes off right at 5. I wish the Phantom Thieves would work their magic on him. What would that be like, if they changed his heart? Well, they say you become the opposite of how you normally are. So I guess he'd be more open-minded, communicate better, and start taking initiative. He'd basically be as awesome as the president of Okumura Foods. Please, Phantom Thieves, please make this happen.
Holy crap, this place is huge.
It is the headquarters of a large corporation, after all.
If anything, getting into the real building is impossible.
Mona seriously went to a palace based on somewhere like this?
It's definitely on a different scale than the ones we've dealt with previously.
I searched Okumura online. He's totally up to something. Don't you think he's guilty too?
I don't know. Sometimes rumors can be wrong.
What? I'm totally sure of it.
We're here for Mona.
I know. We gotta make sure we squeeze the juice on those mental shutdown things out of him too.
You said you found the palace keywords, right, Futaba?
The corporate HQ is outer space.
Huh? The hell?
Oh, so that's why it's called Big Bang Burger. Big Bang is space lingo, you know?
Not necessarily. So the concept behind the store branch name came from the CEO himself.
Outer space, How exciting.
We better be able to breathe once we get in there.
Is everyone ready? I'm activating it now.
You're already considered threats?
President Okumura must be on guard, what with everything that's been in the news.
That bastard. He's just causing more trouble for us.
Whoa.
It's as though we're in a film. I wish I had brought my sketchbook.
Hey, Mona might be in here somewhere, yeah? Come on, we gotta go looking for him. Yeah.
Hey.
What is this? Let's see here. Looks like a lever for the elevator to me. Alright! And it should be working now.
For real? You're amazing, Oracle.
That was nothing. It's certainly reassuring having you with us. Anyway, let's try using the elevator.
What's all that noise?
What is that?
Robots? There are tons of them.
They all have the Big Bang Burger logo.
They're saying something. You must adhere to your shifts. If you don't like it, you can quit. However, you will not be compensated.
What are they talking about?
Oh! They said it's being disposed of.
These robots are part of Okumura's cognition, correct? That means they represent...
Don't tell me.
This is pure speculation, but this is most likely how the workers of Okumura Foods are viewed by their CEO.
So he thinks they're his robots?
If they're treated like this in reality as well, then the company truly is exploiting them.
See? Okumura is a piece of shit, just like I said!
Mona is our main objective here. He doesn't seem to be anywhere nearby. Let's search further in.
Damn it.
I wonder what Mona's doing in here. I need to find him fast.
Huh? What?
Hold on a second, Joker.
The door is closed. Is there any way by which we can open it?
Performing biometric authentication. What does it mean by that? Authorization error. Only registered personnel may proceed past this point.
Oh, this is...
The security system might be a bit of a problem.
The hell's up with this?
Look at it. There's no way we can force that thing open.
We've hit a blockade quite early, but we have to control the real Okumura's cognition to pass.
Oh, that means Mona hasn't been able to proceed any further either. So if he's here in the palace, he would have to be somewhere before this door.
Halt, Vigilante!
Huh?
Who's that?
Those clothes. Could she be?
A black mask? Wait, is she the one Madarame and Kaneshiro were talking about?
So, she's the reason for all those people going brain dead? It was a girl this whole time?
Are you the one who has been following us?
Say something, damn it!
Enough of your misunderstandings.
Mona! You're okay!
Long time no see, Panther.
Hasn't been that long.
If you came for the treasure, you should just go home with your tail between your legs.
Actually, we were looking for you.
The treasure will be taken by me, and this beauty thief.
Beauty thief?
I'll have you know she's a persona user too. My name is Beauty Thief.
She really called herself that?
Any tension that was in the air has just gone out the window.
We will take the treasure.
Ona already said that.
You are not qualified to be Phantom Thieves. Do you even understand what it means to be a Phantom Thief? An admirable Phantom Thief is... Yeah, tell them! You! What do you think it means?
It means to help the weak and dethrone the mighty.
Yes, that's right. Enough with the idle chit-chat.
You started it.
Mona, who the hell is she?
Wait, I'll fix this. You!
Me?
Learn to take a hint.
Huh?
And you're very vulgar and very stupid.
What?
What was it again?
You came all the way here just to say that.
I don't know. Kinda feels like she ain't dangerous at all.
We will take the treasure.
You already said that.
We don't have time to chat.
No point, it won't open. Huh?
Don't underestimate us. Behind you!
Here they come.
Huh? Huh? Snap out of it, we need to go!
We'll meet up later at our usual spot. Let's hurry!
Oh, hey.
Bet you're tired.
That was quite rough. I haven't felt exhaustion like this since I first awakened to my persona.
What have you been looking at all this time?
Sorry, I just didn't want to stand around and wait. The burglary at Okumura Foods is circulating the news again.
Ugh, damn it! Why'd they keep coming after only me? It's all 'cause little Miss Beauty Thief opened that door.
That door most likely had a biometric authentication lock. So how'd she get it to open?
I wonder who that girl could be.
We were told that she's a persona user, correct? Do you believe it's true?
Well, she did look like one.
Did Mona betray us?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't think he's betrayed us. If he had, it'd make more sense for him to directly threaten us, such as exposing our identities.
Either way, how the hell's Morgana related to that beauty thief?
Considering her tone and physique, she looked about our age.
I feel like I've seen her somewhere.
For real? Where at?
At school, I think?
Wait, what? But now that you mention it, I feel like I've seen her too.
Is she a student of Shujin?
I just feel like that's the case. She did have a mask on, after all. The registry in the student council room has photos of every student. Let's check them all tomorrow. If we can figure out the identity of the beauty thief, that may help us regain contact with Morgana.
Futaba and I should further probe into Okumura Foods then. It'd be best if we investigate how sudden mental shutdowns are connected to them.
We're gonna take them down.
Things are really starting to heat up online. People are going on and on bashing Okumura Foods. Apparently, they've been secretly using low-quality ingredients brought from overseas. Furthermore, any employees who were suspicious of Okumura were let go without reason. That, coupled with the mysterious death of a rival company's CEO.
What's this all of a sudden? Things are going up in flames. I don't really get what kicked it off, though. People have been coming after us, too. They think we should just hurry up and punish him. It's kinda irresponsible. They're just acting like spectators or something. It wasn't like this just a few days ago, though.
Could there perhaps have been a whistleblower from within? Come on, we got even more reason to take Okumura down now.
Can we really accept all of this information as truth, though?
Either way, we need to do something about Morgana. Yep. Anyways, see you all tomorrow.
Who is that person with Morgana?
How did the beauty thief and Morgana meet each other? Morgana always looked after me, but he's not here anymore. Oh god, that's so sad. My boy Ren's worried. Worried sick. Let's get to bed. Okumura Foods again? Did something happen? They're getting sued. Apparently, they're pretty shady. You mean how they screw their employees for the sake of profit? If he's that corrupt, then he deserves to be targeted. This is where the Phantom Thieves should come in.
Yeah!
Have you checked out the fan site? Okumura's at the top of the list. Whoa, the CEO of Big Bang Burger? Why? Apparently, they're really shitty to their employees. They never pay overtime, yet work people hard enough that one actually died. I also heard that a pissed-off former employee is the one who trashed their corporate entrance. There's a lot of terrible rumors about them, including that they strong-armed their competitors. Yikes, I just ate there yesterday. I never really thought about how they make so much food for so cheap. I hope nothing weird's mixed in. Would someone normally call themselves Beauty Thief? I bet Morgana made her say it. It's still a weird thing to say, even if he told her to. Plus, they lied about her being able to use a persona, too. We don't know if that is indeed a lie, though. But we didn't see her use one. No matter how you slice it, she's totally just an amateur. Don't let your guard down. I don't think we gotta worry about that, dude. We can't take her lightly. She has Morgana on her side, remember? I agree with Futaba. At the very least, they're one step ahead of us. True. An amateur would not have been able to open that gate. They've clearly figured out something we don't know. We need to uncover the identity of that masked girl.
Oh! Man, this girl's hot! Ah, but she's younger than me.
Ryuji!
No way! She's the same age as me? She looks like my dad's friend.
Get back to work.
Why don't we take a break? It's no surprise our concentration is waning. Even if it's only the female students, there are easily hundreds of them.
They're all starting to look the same to me.
Think we can really find her?
We gotta keep at it. We'll find her, eventually.
Someone sure is confident.
This
girl? Haru Okumura. Okumura?
Wasn't the beauty thief like this too? Especially the fluffy hair.
That's gotta be her.
It would also explain how she got past the door's biometric reader. This may be worth looking into.
But why was she at the palace?
We could just make her spill the beans herself.
She may have already gone home for the day, so let's try tomorrow. I'm gonna lock up. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Oh, this girl. It's Haru Okumura.
Come on, move.
That looks heavy.
Would you happen to be interested in gardening?
I've been taking care of a plant in my room, so a little.
Thank goodness. If you could help me unload this? Boys sure are strong. Thank you. You're a second year, aren't you? That makes me just a tad older. Have we met somewhere before? Oh, I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm...
Haru Okumura, correct? The only daughter of Kunikazu Okumura, CEO of Okumura Foods. Care to explain why you were inside your father's palace?
Oh, so that's where we met. Wow, you figured it out in just a day. You looked really good in that biker gang outfit.
Let's not talk about that. So, why did you become a Phantom Thief?
My father's highly regarded as a manager, but I had various doubts about him. Things have grown quite serious lately. That's why I want to make amends, even though it may only be for my own satisfaction. But I wonder if this is just running from the problem.
Where did you meet Morgana?
It was pure coincidence. I found a lonely-looking cat in front of our office building.
And that was Morgana?
Mm-hmm. And when I followed him, I ended up in the metaverse. There's no way for me to change my father's company. But if I became a Phantom Thief, I thought I'd at least be able to change him.
Isn't there any way we can work together?
I can't cooperate with people who don't know what they want to do. What you're doing is unnecessarily causing a stir among the public. Besides, the Phantom Thieves who should be helping the weak are not helping their own teammate. I just want my father to atone for his crimes, and help Mona-chan, who gave me a chance to do just that.
But aren't our objectives the same? It'd be better if we work...
No, thank you. I will do this with Mona-chan and him alone.
She hit quite a sore spot. We don't know what we want to do, huh? It seems getting her cooperation won't be possible. Let's consult with the others on our next move. We shouldn't ignore Morgana either.
I'm home, Father.
Drive them away. That's right. Make it a priority. I finally get a foothold into politics and this happens. Phantom Thieves? Huh. Did the media ask you anything?
No, not at all. What's this about Phantom Thieves?
It seems I'm ranked first on the forum of these so-called Phantom Thieves.
Is it because of the news coverage?
It's jealousy of the successful. Nothing but the barks of the masses who lack the resolve to sacrifice what's needed for their well-being. Both the young and the old are overjoyed with some foolish idols. This country has no future.
What if they do exist? What if these Phantom Thieves really can steal hearts?
Are you still having doubts about me?
No.
More importantly, I hope things are going well with that young man.
Yes, Father.
Very well, then. He may not seem like it, but he's still the son of an influential politician. Be cordial with him. He'll eventually become a necessary connection for this company. Or rather, for me.
I understand. I will do the best I can.
Good. That's how a daughter of Okumura should be.
This is all the Okumura Foods CEO's fault, right? Why are the Phantom Thieves letting him go? Why bother with rankings? Hurry up and take him out! I'm disappointed. What kind of heroes are they? Just get a move on and send a calling card already. Hey, I found some weird comments on Mishima-kun's website. They were thanking us for resolving requests that we didn't actually complete. It's probably just a prank. But those requests are indeed resolved. Someone must be going into Mementos other than us. I think it's Morgana. Agreed. He's probably taking the beauty thief with him too. We should look into this. I was thinking of persuading Okumura-san at school, but she's been avoiding me. How are we gonna look into this then? We'll stake out Mementos. Good plan. Rather chase him down instead of sit and wait. The method is indeed a classic one, but it is a safe bet. Yeah, I think it's better than just looking for them randomly. I'm gonna have all sorts of snacks. No teachers to stop me on this field trip. Well, why don't we get this over with? Let's do it tomorrow. Alright. Gonna head into Mementos to talk to Morgana. Let's get to bed.
I can't believe it!
Isn't it a little strange that Okumura's the top vote on the fan site? I mean, there are tons of other companies that do the same thing. Maybe they're singling him out for all the praise he gets. Besides, there are a bunch of strange rumors starting to surface about his company. Oh, you mean like all that stuff happening to his competitors? Don't tell me you buy that occult BS. I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
Hi, everyone!
Worn out from your trip? Come on, you're young. Hawaii doesn't even count as going to a foreign country. It's full of Japanese tourists. I bet you were able to speak Japanese whenever you went, weren't you? The shopkeepers will use Japanese to pressure you into buying things as if their life depended on it. I'm used to it though, so I actually haggle with them in English. Mr. Amamiya, show me how much you know your English.
Let's hear it.
What's one of the supposed origins for the phrase, cat got your tongue?
This is gonna sound gross, but cats eating human tongues.
This is it.
Good.
In ancient Egypt, it's said that the tongues of liars and blasphemers were cut out and fed to cats. It's also possible it came from the pirates' cat o' nine tails, leaving a prisoner too stung to talk. There are actually a lot of other expressions involving cats.
No
Oh my god, this question is always about cats.
A cat has 9 lives, for instance. That relates to how cats seem capable of surviving all kinds of dangers, even ones you'd expect to kill them.
Man, it's crazy how many people want us to change the heart of the Okumura Foods CEO. I mean, duh. He was doing tons of shady shit. It sounds like everyone's expecting us to actually take him down. Come on, we gotta do this. I don't feel like it. Not right now. Why not? You're fine with just letting them down?
That aside, does everyone remember the plan for today?
Yes. We are to hold a stakeout in Mementos. You think they're gonna show?
We'll just have to wait until they do.
For real? We can't go back until we make up with Morgana.
I'm sure they'll come.
I hope you're right.
You're going to apologize when Mona comes, all right?
I know already. And why are you just saying that to me?
We need to be wary of the beauty thief, too.
So we're doing a stakeout here.
We'd better be ready for the long haul.
Ain't he gonna show up today? I mean, what time is it now?
Hold that thought.
You guys are seriously slacking off way too much. Do you have business with us?
Aren't you fulfilling the requests on the Phantom Aficionado website? Even leaving comments? It'd be best if you don't accept them so recklessly.
The police would track you down in no time. If that were to happen, we'd be caught up in it as well.
That's not what I intended. But that would be my fault. I'm actually not that great with machines. I'm truly sorry. Why are you apologizing? They're telling us for our sake. We should be thanking them.
Won't you please put what happened behind us?
So I'm the one you're here for? You guys need me after all? Is that it?
Of course we need you. You're part of the team.
Really?
Ryuji!
We're sorry too, Morgana. We weren't taking your feelings into consideration at all.
Lady on. Everyone, shouldn't you be using code names?
Ryuji didn't really mean what he said, you know? He wants to apologize.
Well, it's like... it was my bad too. I mean, I don't mind if you're not human or if you're useless.
What a douche.
You were this close.
On setup was completely ruined.
Oh, is that right? So I am just some useless cat to you guys. You're so full of yourselves, but do you have the skills to back that up? Try and catch me then. Get in, beauty thief. If you can't do this, don't count on me ever coming back.
There they go.
Did he even think about how long he made us wait? Fine, we'll do this!
Jeez, this isn't what we came here to do.
All right.
There he is.
We need to go after him and talk things through.
Piece of cake.
I won't let myself get caught by someone like you.
We're facing a card here. Does it not seem somewhat reckless to chase him on foot?
I'm okay.
You sure give up easy. There are dead ends all over this floor. We can do this if we manage to corner him in one.
This place is bigger on foot.
You're trapped now. How naive. You really think you've captured me?
Shit, look out!
Sheesh. What would he have done if he ran us over?
Hey!
Stop complaining and let's get after him again.
Get back here, you furball!
Okay.
We have reached him. Mona, will you listen? Shut up! I've got nothing to talk about with you guys! Not again. There will be no end at this rate. Huh? Huh? What was that? It came from over there. Let's go take a look. That idiot crashed.
Hey!
Mona, are you okay?
You gotta hear us out, Morgana!
There's nothing I have to talk to you about.
Come on, there's no need to keep being so stubborn.
I can't just give in like this. I have my pride to protect.
What's that over there?
Huh?
Shoot.
It seems we've fallen for the oldest trick in the book.
Those two.
It'll never end at this rate. What do we do now?
I don't hear the sound of his engine at all. Could they have left Mementos?
Our lack of vehicle puts us at a severe disadvantage. We should probably just head home for today.
Damn it! Freaking Morgana!
Serves them right.
Are you sure that was what you wanted?
Of course it was.
You made me look everywhere for you. What were you doing somewhere without any reception? Out late with guys, that's it, isn't it?
I would never do such a thing!
Come on, let me have some fun too, will ya? Can't you do that for me?
Ah! Haru! You little... Let go of Haru! Ah!
What the... goddamn cat!
Mona-chan! Damn it. I am useless. Someone... anyone... Is anybody out there?
Will you shut up, you stupid cat? Damn that Morgana! He is so getting it the next time we run into him.
Buddy. Was that Mona's voice?
Hey, over there! That doesn't seem right to me.
Please! Let go! Okumura-san! Mona!
The hell are you doing to our friend? Sorry about the disturbance. It's just a lover's quarrel with my fiancée.
What? But she's clearly fighting you.
How dare you make a fool of me? I'll be telling your father about this too. I won't forget your faces.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, but Mona-chan... This is nothing. Was that person really your fiancé?
Whoa, so you're engaged then? That didn't seem like an ordinary fight, though. Shouldn't you talk to your parents about it?
I think it'd be useless. I'll just be told to beg for his forgiveness, even if it means groveling on the ground.
It seems she has her reasons.
I'll, apologize about what happened earlier. So... would you let Haru rest for a while?
Of course. We'll take her to your place, yeah?
Thanks. I'm sorry. I fell asleep. Did you get enough rest? Mona-chan? Anyway, it's just as I told you a moment ago. I can't have you guys risk your lives anymore for someone useless like me. To be frank, there's no assurance that I'll turn back into a human either. This can't be called a fair deal. That's why I think we should split up.
Who said we're acting as Phantom Thieves for your sake? I'm doing it to expand my own horizons.
No need to tiptoe around the situation. We're splitting up. You should stop lying. Do you remember what you said to me when I found you collapsed in the metaverse? That you're a phantom thief. That you're going to get stronger and have the others acknowledge you. You love being here, don't you? Of course not. I was lying to myself too. But when I formed a contract with my persona, I understood it all. Doing this because my father is doing something horrible was nothing but a superficial reason. The truth is, I
don't want to get married, right?
I thought that since an adult with responsibilities made the decision, it couldn't be wrong. I was such a fool, tied down by vague notions, and stayed quiet as my marriage partner was chosen. But I won't tolerate this anymore. I can't stand that creep! That's how I truly feel. Why are you looking at me all of a sudden? Mona-chan, why is it that you always talked about becoming human again? That's... At first, I only thought of this team as a temporary dwelling until I regained my memories. But I wasn't making any progress on finding out what I am or why I was born.
Morgana.
I wanted a reason of my own. A reason to stay with the Phantom Thieves. I don't have anyone I want to save or get revenge on. Someone like me has no reason to stay here. That's why, to me, this team is...
Come on, say it. You can do it.
It's the only place I can belong. I want to stay here forever.
That was refreshingly honest.
You should have just said so from the start, jeez.
If you stick with me, there's no telling what kind of trouble will come up. You better be sure about this.
It's a little late for all that, don't you think? Of course we want to stay with you too.
Well, I'm sorry I worried you guys. This is where I belong. My mind's all set. I'll make sure to work hard to pay my dues. It's too late to cancel our deal, got it?
I expect great things, Morgana.
I'd better make up for the time we wasted dallying around.
I feel like my bond with Morgana is growing deeper. Magician rank 8. Now Morgana can endure a fatal attack.
All right.
Well, in the end, wouldn't you say that your encounter with us was destiny?
That's right. Encounter. Hmm?
Oh crap, the last train's coming up!
I must go as well.
Let's continue this another time.
Stay at our place. I'll arrange it.
See you all tomorrow!
I'm gonna sleep. I'm exhausted. Man, this place is as drab as always.
Yay, Morgana is back. No need to worry anymore. So, next time, we'll see Haru recover from tonight's events. And we'll see what we'll do from there. So, until then, stay safe, have a good day, and thanks for watching.